be paid off.
And it's crazy to see her with somebody else and I'm still paying off the credit card.
He took the shit back. And I was burnt, I was hurt, I was devastated behind it.
I feel like that doesn't make you a man.
All right, so look.
You put yourself in that predicament.
And you see him letting another girl drive it.
You know, I
Are
guess
you taking the car back?
I am.
Jazz,
No, it's just I'm not moving, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
If you
Either way,
want to
you have to
stay
pay
upgraded, stay with
it.
me. If not, go see what's out there.
Also-
All right, listen. I was asked a question, right? Should a man take expensive gifts back? Now, my first thought was, know what? Don't like.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. We're giving you guys a nice little review. Listen, I titled this one, Kevin Samuels, We Might Need You, okay? Because there is a lot of unreasonable opinions upon this panel, okay, that you're about to hear today. You understand? So we might need a Kevin Samuels up on, okay? But yeah, I want to review it. Listen, sit back, enjoy it, grab your popcorn, grab your pen, grab your pencil, get your fingers typing on the screen, leave a comment down in the comment section down below as well. So if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the up, lows, and for those of you who are returnees, well, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals, you got the minerals, yeah. All right, cool, let's get into the video. Listen, stay hydrated. That means get some water in your throat, all right? But they're talking about obviously giving back expensive gifts. And this is some things that were said I think was kind of mad. But, you know, as always, when we review these things, listen, make sure you go and follow them as well. Like their videos because they do some great stuff on there. So I'll put a description in the link below. But let's get into the videos. It's a Mazzoline, bruv.
Go on camera and say how you really feel. But I've done it before. Now, here's why, though. I took some gifts back from a girl because I felt like the money that I spent on her, the love that I got in return, and how I was treated didn't match what I put into her. And I realized that her love for me wasn't as strong as it was for that shit I bought her. So me leaving her wasn't really probably a big deal. But that shit I bought you, I knew that would get under her skin.
Now, I just want to let me just adjust my camera so you can see me better. Look, I get it. Listen, things happen in relationships, right? And things go bad, things go wrong. I think there's a clarification that needs to be made. There are certain gifts I think you just can't take back, right? There's certain gifts you can't. Like if I outright buy you a phone, or I outright buy you some clothes, or I outright buy you a gift, you know, why am I taking that back? Like, it don't make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've bought you this particular gift. It's paid off, it's finished, it's gone. Like there's a sunken cost. Like I can't get that cost back. Do you know what I mean? I bought you a gift, I can't take it back. In the sense of the way and biblically speaking, you know, Romans 11 verse 29 says, listen, you know, the gifts and the callings are without repentance. They are not given, they're not taken back. That's why Satan be the king of music, because you know he was a musician up in heavens. Like you don't take the gift back, but it depends on the gift. Because if we're talking about layaway and people are paying for things on a payment plan, well, that's slightly different, baby. You don't actually own the thing, okay? I'm still paying for it. You don't own it, baby, okay? And in that case, that's a different story, baby. But listen to what he's saying. I mean, I don't recall ever taking a gift back that I've bought. It almost like the ATL thing where he rips the chain off her. Like I think that part is petty when you've paid it off. But again, it depends on what kind of gifts we're talking about here.
Now, eventually, I gave it back to her. So then I was asked today, how about a car payment or a condo or things that I'm paying off for still? Now, granted, don't mess up your credit trying to get back at a girl. That bill got to get paid.
Absolutely, 100%. Listen, we're in 2021. Don't mess up that credit for nobody. And another thing is this. I think what we need to start being aware of is this. I think you should take this advice. If you can't afford to pay it and it's going to cause you to struggle and you are not married, this is something you shouldn't be entering into. It's premature. There's some things that are for marriage and there's some things that are for boyfriends and girlfriends. This is premature. Going and buying something on credit, it's premature if you cannot afford it. Do you understand? Going and buying a 40-inch TV screen for your boyfriend or girlfriend and you're paying for it every month because you can't afford it, that is premature. It's before its time, okay? Because if things go wrong now, you are now left with this bill. You ain't got no one else to blame but yourself.
But if she cheated on me or broke my heart in a way where she broke our bond, like cheating, you know, being a thief, or like those lines, yes, I would take a gift like a car back or a condo back. I'll just pay the payment and struggle, but it's in my possession. Now, if we broke up on some shit where it's though our love didn't work out and, you know, things just didn't go good and we tried and we put like work into it, I'll pay the car note off still until you know, that's just fair. I'll still hold you down because we left on terms where it didn't work out. You didn't cheat on me. You didn't cross me. As a man, I feel like we just didn't work. And that's not worth me losing my credit or your gift.
Let me pause it there. Let me just stay hydrated. Hold on. Let me stay hydrated. Give me some water in my throat. Stay hydrated. Now, I think what's really important here is that how often is it that relationships don't break up in a very, very bad way? It's not always often, especially when you're in a situation where you've done so much for the person, bought them condos, bought them cars, or you know, bought them something heavy on credit for. How often is it doesn't end badly? So you know, I get that point, right? It's not as often though. But here's the thing, I think you made a really good point, which is that the nature of the breakup also does, you know, kind of make it more conducive to say, actually, do you know what? You've been good to me, you know, and I'm respecting that, and I'm gonna let you have it, and I'm gonna keep on paying it. Now, let me be frank with you. Again, this is why I'm saying about these situations that things like this are dangerous because you're not married. There is no safety of we are doing this for life. Okay, now yes, divorces can happen, but when divorces, they will split finances and split these kind of things. But you know, the reality is that you are not married, and we're buying cars, we're buying things on layaway, we're buying things on credit for people. No, you need a car. Here's what needs to happen. You need a car. Let's see how we can buy you a car. Maybe not an expensive one that requires money. Let's buy you a normal car where I've paid it off already. Then it's yours. But if I'm still paying for it, let me be very frank with you. Why am I still paying £500 a month and you driving it, and and it's still in my name? It's not even been transferred to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's a level of madness, bro. Like, you just so what needs to happen at that point? You transfer it into her name, or him or she's name, and let them pay it off. Or rather, why not just rather buy the car a cheaper rate and pass it on? That way it's a gift. It's gone. It's sunken cost. The issue here is that there's a live finance still going on. It's almost like asking, like, okay, your ex was paying your Netflix bill. We broke up. She still continues to pay the Netflix bill. I don't expect her to. We are broken up. It was a nice thing to do whilst we're in a relationship. We are no longer in a relationship. I owe you nothing, right? I owe you nothing. And so, like, we need to start pushing this narrative that stop buying things on layaway, credit cards and stuff like that, and buy now, pay later for people when you're not married. There is no guarantee of life. Please, I don't care how much he or she begs. You tell them, listen, if you can't do it, we can't do it, right? It honestly, because like it's a dangerous place to be in. You can't afford it on your credit. So this is what can happen as well in relationships is they can't afford it on their credit. They get you to do it because your credit is good. I'm not doing that. You're not my sister, I'm my brother. No, I'm not about to do that. Your credit's not good. Oh, well, let's work on your credit then. Yeah, let's work on your credit. I need it now. No, let's work on your credit, because if I weren't here, you won't be able to do this. If you know what I'm saying? Like, if I weren't here, how would you have got round to doing it? Like, when it comes to money, you have to really see how people actually handle finances and handle resources. You know what I'm saying? But how would you handle it if I wasn't there? Do you know what I mean? Like, so don't let people emotionally manipulate you into doing things like this, buying them a car, paying 8K on watches and stuff like that. Like, you got Lani Good and Tion Wayne crying about this issue about 8K finances, blah, blah, blah. But the truth of the matter is, stop buying these things for people and you can't afford it.
I agree with Guapo. And usually we don't agree.
Ever.
However, but in this case, I feel like personally with a car note, something that you're paying off, an engagement ring, a house, a business. You know, business is business and things have to continue. No, you don't want to mess up your credit. No, you don't want to stop business and all those things. But the reality is, if you disrespected me in our relationship, in our bond, where I feel like I can no longer trust you, I can no longer believe you, I can no longer stand to be within your presence. Those things put the underlining of, I am gonna have the car repoed. Not out of spite, because why am I using my hard-earned money for somebody who clearly doesn't respect me? Now, as the person on the receiving end, personally, I'm not accepting any gift without, if it's a gift, it should be paid off. You buy me a car, it should be paid off.
That's
you buy me a
my
house,
point.
it should be paid off.
Yeah.
That's not a gift. That's like when Oprah says I'm giving out free cars, but then they come with the taxes for the car. If you can't afford those taxes, you can't get the prize.
Yeah, and that is a really good point. I love this woman. She's making some sensible points. You know, it's not a gift if it's on layaway. It's the point. It's me helping you out. It's not a gift if it's on credit. It's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's nice. The idea is great, but you ain't paid it off, so you don't even own it, so you can't even give it to me legally. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so get out of this space. You get out of this space of trying to do things like that, guys. You can't afford it. Don't do it. I mean, like, I if I buy something right now, right, or I've got my for instance, my phone contract, right? We all know we all pretty much pay our phone contract, right? We pay our phone contract every month, etc., etc. And you know you're gonna pay this every month. Why would I then put it into why would I then pay it for someone else, and I couldn't afford to do it? And then say it's a gift, and then give it to you and say, oh, it's a gift. You know, I wanted to pay for your. No, but you gonna take it back at the end, because it's a cost that you couldn't afford, right? And again, it's not a gift if you're still paying for it. So I can't give you this, and then you're still paying for it. Like when I finish my contracts on my phones, I give them to my little siblings. Like, hey, look, I finished the contract. Here's a phone, right? Here you go, take the phone. Right, because it's done, it's paid off for. There's no other conversation about it. It's a gift, it's gone. But if you're paying for it still, like I said, it's not a good vibe.
Like, these are things that I feel like when it comes to taking back expensive gifts, no, not a purse, not a bracelet, not earrings, but an engagement ring. We're married, we're getting married, and you violate those vows.
Even if you don't violate the vows, why am I letting you keep the engagement ring? That makes no sense. You ain't gonna use it for nothing. Let me take it back to the store. Stay hydrated. Let me take that back to the store. Let me refund my finances, bro. Why? What are you gonna do with it? The engagement ring was about me proposing to you. We're no longer there no more. Why are you holding on to the ring? No, let me take it back. Some people were like, no, I'm gonna keep it. No, let me take it back. Give back my engagement ring. You understand? That was my ring to give to you to say we are gonna get married. You've not fulfilled your end of the bargain. Irrespective of what I done, if I cheated or not, you haven't fulfilled your end of the bargain. So give me back the ring. You understand?
At some point, yes, I probably do want the ring back if I'm paying it off, or we're gonna have to come to some understanding and say, hey, listen, you can keep the ring, but you gotta make the payments and I'm gonna transfer it over to your name. You can keep the ring. You can keep the car. I'm gonna transfer it over into your name, respectfully.
I'm sorry, I just feel like any gift giving, whether it's a ring, a car, an apartment, a purse, any gift giving is a gift giving. You're not gonna take gifts back. When you do that, you look hurt. You look so hurt and petty.
I'm hurt. Now what? You're damn right I'm hurt. That's why I'm taking it back. I'm damn right I'm hurt. Yes, I'm taking it back. And I look petty. If that's what you want to call it. If that's what you want to call it, but give the stuff back. If that's what you want to call it, it's petty for you to hold on to it too. Now what? We're both petty. Give back the stuff. Nisha, I'm not feeling this attitude at all. At all. Stay hydrated.
I've been there. I've definitely been there when someone's given me something and asks for it back. And I'm like, you were so petty. That is not a man. How does that...
I hate when they do that. You know when they start going into, that is not a man. Listen, chick, my friend Nisha, listen, come. Let me tell you something. What do you know about being a man? What do you know? You are here talking, yapping, just like that, darling. You're not thinking about what you're saying here, right? Well, we've already established before you started talking, man. Like, if it's not paid off, you actually don't own it. So I don't own it to give it to you as a gift, my friend. Go, give back the things. If you have a house and you're in it, give it back. If you have the car and you have it, give it back. Now I got a cold, you see, because the stuff that she's saying, I'm allergic to. You know what I'm saying?
Make you a man, giving me something and trying to take it back from me? If you are investing in me and getting me a car or putting me in an apartment, I have children.
Pause. If I'm investing in you, what happens when investments go wrong? Do we not pull our investments back? Since you're an investment, you're no longer a woman, you're an investment. Darling, when I invest and I see the investment's not going the right way, what do? I pull. I sell stocks. I sell shares. Since you're no longer a woman, you've now declared yourself as an investment. darling, you're right. You're an investment. Let me have my shares back, please. Let me sell the ones I've got left. Do you understand? Yeah, let me go and sell the ones I've got left, because evidently you're missing a point here.
I'm gonna make sure as a woman that I'm telling you right then and there, if we break up, I'm still keeping that. You're not gonna take me out of a car. You're not gonna take me out of an apartment. What type of man is that? I'm sorry. That is.
You don't have a choice. I'm repoing it and I'm taking it back. You ain't got a choice. Now what? You see, that level of just energy of entitlement. You're not gonna get me out of my. I pay for the house. Now what? I kicked you out. Now what? The car you're driving. Yeah, I'm paying for it. You're not. Let me take it. I'm gonna take it back. Why is it that when I've paid for the car, I'm paying for the house? Why have you not taken over? Why have you not said, look, we've broken up. Let me take over the payments. I told you it's not a gift if I'm still paying for it. It's a nice gesture, but it's not a gift because I'm still paying for it. I actually technically don't own it. So yes, you gonna move out the house, or you're gonna pay some rent towards the house, and I'm gonna get my money back. You got kids, and so. You've got kids, and so you got kids, and you're not paying bills, darling. That's got nothing to do with me now. I'm no longer with you. Like you ain't slick, chick. You ain't slick.
It's uncalled for, and I don't believe in those type of things. So I have kids, and I won't accept a gift.
Look at the way that old girl's looking at her. This chick is looking at her like she cray.
Unless I know I could keep it. I'm not gonna throw myself in a car that a man is buying for me unless I know that he's gonna make sure he's paying those payments afterwards.
Huh? Darling, you're moving very mad. Look at old girl. I love her wig, her red hair, man. It's sexy.
Definitely gonna be vocal about it. I don't think that it makes you a man when you are in a situation and you're giving something to somebody and then taking it back just because they hurt you.
Okay.
I feel like that doesn't make you a man.
So because obviously she's saying obviously that doesn't define you to make you a man. Now I've actually watched this once already, so I want you to pay attention to this. The level of hypocrisy is about to come out. I want you to listen carefully to this. Man, them, avoid these type of women. I rarely say this, but this is the type of woman you have to avoid. Have to. Because the level of hypocrisy she's about to exhibit is dangerous. Make sure you avoid this type of woman. I've told you about the same thing about men when I tell the ladies as well, avoid this type of men. But man, them, make sure you avoid this type of woman. You don't want this woman at all. At all.
All right, so look. As a man, I'm gonna speak from my point of view. I had a girl before that I took shit back from. And you're right, I was hurt. But why I was hurt is because every girl she had before me and every man before me did not buy her nothing. No bags, no nothing. Maybe here and there, but I did the most. And I felt like, it's like, damn, yo, like I'm treating you better than everybody you ever dealt with. So the minimum from her was like respect, love, and loyalty. And I didn't get all of that. So I felt like, yo, yeah, it sounds whatever, but I took my shit back. I'm like,
Captain, that story is it's not helping you, bro. It's making it sound as if like because you did so much for her, you expected her to give you so much back. I've done more than all your exes together, and it's like I expect that level of loyalty. It's almost it sounds almost like a level of entitlement because you've done so much for her. But I do understand, obviously, like, some guys do the most for a lady. They do a lot for that girl. They do a lot for that person, and they upgrade that girl. And I can understand why it's painful when maybe that loyalty or that respect isn't given to them. But we don't do it for the loyalty and for the respect. You do it because you care about them. But I hear what you're saying, but it just is. I'm very careful, just treading the line, because it sounds a little bit like he's entitled just because I did these things. I deserve this thing. It's like, no, you don't deserve because you did nice things. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like grace. Like, you don't deserve because you did good works. You deserve because it's what God has given you. It's a gift. And that's what it is in a sense as well. When you're given these things, it's meant to be a gift. So when you're doing those things, it's not as a level of entitlement. It's meant to be, I'm gift giving because I love you and I care for you, rather than I expect loyalty and return. And I know he's not saying that directly, but it sounds like that indirectly. Just want to be very careful of that.
You know what? Fuck that, yo. Like, I was good to you. Like, I was really good to you. Like, I really did better than your exes. So I felt like, I gave it back to her after a while, but as a man or a human, I had an emotional moment. I took my shit back.
Money doesn't buy love, and I feel like that's where guys go wrong.
She's talking sense. This one I can agree with it. Love, money doesn't buy love. You're right, sis. But you don't want to give back the stuff in it though.
Guys will spend all this and do all this for you, and then when shit goes left and the relationship is not working, they'll be like, but I did this and I did that and I bought you this. Money is not gonna buy you love.
So let me ask you a question,
I'm
Nation.
sorry.
Money
You
is
break
my-
up. You break up with a guy. Let me just. You in a relationship with a guy. You don't have a car, or the car you currently have is fucking up. He buys you a car. All the other men you've been playing with and dating, they see you riding around in the hoop 9, and they're not doing shit about it. This man comes in and puts a car in his name and is paying this expensive ass car, the car you want, not the car you need, the car you want. You now break up with him and you driving another man in the car that he's still paying every month, whether you got kids or not. That is wrong.
I get it, and I understand how that could make somebody feel some
No,
type
it's
of
not
way.
make somebody feel.
It's gonna make you feel
What
some
man
type of
wants
way.
to
Upgraded you.
Have the new guy that you're driving the car in, have him start buy you a car or take over those payments.
What a point, sis. Shout out the MVP. We don't need Kevin Samuels. She's got it. Absolutely to a T. Have that. You talking about guys and for gift giving? That next guy should be out here paying those bills. But he ain't gonna do that. Why would he do that? Why would I come into a new relationship and overtake a payment that another guy was paying for you? Why would I do that for myself? Why would I put that burden on myself? Why would I do that? That wasn't my gift to you. That was his gift to you. So either you start paying it or you give it back to him and he pays for his own stuff. Right? This whole I'm gonna hold on to it because it was a gift that you given me. It don't work, sis. That was a good
Transfer it
point.
over into your name.
I understand that aspect, but I still feel like you put yourself in that predicament. You bought me the car. You knew whatever. You knew that this is not you don't know if something's forever. You really don't. That's a risk you take. So you put yourself in that position. You got me the car. You did this. I didn't put a gun to your head or force you to do it. So
But
at
how
that
did it sound,
point,
though?
I'm sorry.
I mean, she's coming real strong, talking about you put yourself in this predicament, this is a gift, etc., etc. She's coming real strong. Wait till she starts talking about how she behaves.
I just really feel like you put yourself in that position. You purchase the item for the woman or your partner, and if things go left, again, you put yourself there.
Well, I don't agree. I don't agree. I think about people credit, and it happened to me. I'm not going to even lie. My ex bought me a car, and I went outside last year in the summer, and the car wasn't there. When I pressed the beep beep, it wasn't outside.
She went kit kit and nothing kit kit. You didn't see kit kit. You didn't see orange light. Ooh. The equivalent is like going onto your Netflix, your ex was paying for, and then you realize the password has been changed or that your profile number no longer exists, right? People get comfortable with a level of what someone has done for them, but this is a discussion you need to have with that person. I really do believe that as mature individuals, we have to start having some conversations. They've bought you something and they're still paying for it. You need to ask that question at the end of it when you break up. Look, hey, are you still going to be paying for this? Or I mean, I understand if you're not, but just let me know if you're not or if you are, right? Then she knows what it is. But I would be really honest with you. It's very rare that someone's going to be paying for an expensive gift still, and then let you keep it and still be paying for it. And the reason why is because I no longer have to do those things for you. I don't owe you anything. I am no longer your keeper, and especially in American market, it's slightly different in UK one. I don't need to fit your bill for your life anymore. You're not with me anymore, right?
So he took the shit back. And I was burnt. I was hurt. I was devastated behind it. Of
course.
But
So
I had to
that
really
Netflix.
think about it. This man is paying that car note. I'm the one that ended the relationship and told him to fuck off. So when I told him, this wasn't last year, this is the year before last actually. So when I told him it's done, he's like, he let me rock out for 5 months, but then he was like, wait, she not coming back? All right, bet. So he took the car back. I was pissed. I called him up. He didn't answer for a couple days, and he did. He said, am I with you? And I said, no. He said, so why am I paying a car note for you? And I get that because he's thinking, you end the relationship, you gonna have your other man in the car? Just realistic. We're not being realistic when we think about stuff like that. So I was pissed, I was in my feelings, but I knew it was right for him to take his car.
Yeah. So, I mean, my situation is a little different with a gift. I
Appreciate
paid for an
it.
expensive gift with a credit card. You know what I'm saying? I'm still paying it all. And when I think
Bro, money management, people. Money freaking management, okay? Look, you can't afford it. Like, if you're buying something for yourself, fair enough, you buy a credit card. If you're buying it for somebody else, make sure you can already afford it. Things like holidays are a bit different. You buy a holiday, you both were meant to go onto it. I don't know how you're going to work that out, but you work it out some way. But you buy an expensive gift that you can't afford onto credit card or onto loans or onto... I'm hearing couples where they take out a loan to buy a car for a boyfriend, and then the boyfriend does them dirty and goes off. Like, you are doing the absolute most for somebody who is not your married partner. Guys, can we just be this honest? Like, when you're not married, these stuff are not meant to be done. They're not meant to be done. Me buying you a car and still paying for it. Yeah, it's not for those who are in relationships. They're for those who are married. Those who have committed to lifelong partnerships. Okay? Yeah? Right? It's my one cardinal sin, like, when it comes to money and finances. I always say, it's like, I'm never gonna do it. Like, it don't matter how cheap it is. It don't matter. I don't want to be having to pay this consistently, and if it doesn't work out, no, you should be paying it. You find a way. Or transfer it into a name. Like, now man's paying a credit card thing.
Together. And it's crazy to see her with somebody else, and I'm still paying off the credit card. But I'm like, yo, I need these credit card payments back. But I got her the gift with the intent, like, yo, we're together. We did it while we're together, so it's okay. I understand. I'm gonna take that hit on the chin. It's a little different than items, though. It was a vacation. We enjoyed the time.
Okay,
Cry a little when I see the pictures a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
But you're
No,
understanding,
not really crying, but,
you're understanding at that moment.
I don't want my credit to I don't want my credit defaulting either, so I really got to take that hit on the chin and keep that 700 above score. I look at the vacation like, damn, I'm gonna have to go back and just like, it's a little different in that
That's a bit different. It's
situation.
vacation.
Can you switch the roles, just the gender roles for a second? You say, don't take the gift back. We're not talking about the camera. We're not talking about a purse. We're not talking about a pair of shoes. Even it's something as significant as a dog.
Yeah.
You both have responsibility for it. So you are now the spender. You're talking from a dynamic perspective of the person receiving the gift.
Correct.
The person giving the gift. Your hard-earned money that you, like you said, you have children. So you really love this man. You put a car in your name for him.
Yeah.
Now, you know he can't get around without the car and everything, but y'all are not together no more. That bill is still coming every month, $600, $500, whatever it is. You pull up somewhere and you see him letting another girl drive it.
No, I definitely understand that, and
Do you?
I
Are
guess
you taking the car back?
I am. I am, but that's just because I'm a female and I'm always.
Oh, shut up. Oh, freaking hell. What? You see, this is the kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that's some bullcrap, bruv. Because I'm a female. What are you talking about, darling? What are you talking about? Like, what? Because you're a woman. What does that even mean? What does that mean in the grand scheme of things? Boy, there's no difference to boys will be boys. I'm a female, so I do. No. You're not getting away with it because you're a female. You're not gonna get away with it. Like, that's not gonna be your excuse as to why you're doing what you're doing. So that's the reason why she wants to keep the goods and the gifts. She expects that a man should do this thing. This level of entitlement, man, them dodge. This is the type of female you dodge. The level of entitlement is brazy.
Have that perspective. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm a girl
Mazzoline.
and I have kids, and you're a man, and you did that to yourself. And
Do you know how mad that sounds? Imagine if I said this to you. You don't deserve nothing good because you're a single mother and you did that to yourself. You chose all these bad baby fathers. Where are they? You chose those bad guys. Now we know that's not how life goes down. We know how that's not how life goes down. It's not just about you made a choice. We understand that there were choices that were made, but maybe sometimes we were young when we made those choices. Men were saying they were going to be there around and love you and care for you, and they didn't do it. There's so many different reasons as to why something can happen where you're in a position that you're in. But the excuse you're making about, obviously, you made that choice. It's like, yo, sis, yeah, but you just said about you've made a choice, but you've made a choice to now supply something to somebody, and you're taking it back because you're a woman. So your whole principle is flawed, because your whole reasoning as to why you would expect a man to give you a gift and not take it back is because what? Because he's a man. Simply just because of the gender. And you got kids. I'm shooketh.
it is what it is. I'm sorry, guys.
How about you, Josh?
I just feel like if like my lifestyle and like example, so I had a guy get me a Benz before and put me in a loft space and, you know, set my whole life up differently than what it was normally. And I feel like if you brought me to like this level, and then we didn't work out, but we're still friends, you know, we didn't have beef and no one cheated. It was just didn't work out. But I still, I wasn't going to move from my space because it didn't work out. I wasn't gonna give him back my car because I'm not gonna downgrade my lifestyle because me and you are no longer together. And I just feel like if you put me in this space and that was under your budget then, what's the difference now? You know what I mean?
You were my girlfriend, I was fucking you.
Yeah, but I
was fucking you.
just feel, yeah, but I personally feel like, no, I'm not
Yeah,
moving.
but see what.
Okay, guys, if you want to see part 2, me react to this, listen, leave a comment down below in the comment section. If you want to see me react to part 2, because I'm about to shred. If you want to see part 2, the extra stuff that I'm about to drop, listen, comment down below, say, Kojo, we need part 2. Drop in the comment section, Kojo, we need a part 2. All right, we need to get this video to at least 500 likes, man, because it's mad. This level is a level of madness. It's a level of madness. It's a level of madness. It's a level of madness. My girl said, you upgraded me and I don't expect to be downgraded. What are you talking about, darling? Let me not say nothing. If you want part 2, that's what I'm saying. Comment down below, man. Let's get the likes up as well, guys. Let's get to like 500 likes. Let's see if we can get 500 likes, guys. Yeah? Listen, I appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. Hopefully we'll see part 2 coming out, baby. You understand? There's a level of madness, darling. Really mad. I can't believe it. You want to stay, you're upgraded, and they're